Welcome back, folks. With me, Feel to Real, you're watching our Megaman X2 playthrough, and I gotta say, this is a game that I really hated recording because a lot of stuff came up in the behind the scenes with the color, the sound. I think there was even a part that I recorded and my mic was not even on. But it's been 6 months since the destruction of Sigma in parentheses, and little has changed. The Maverick revolt started by Sigma is over, but Megaman X and the new generation of Maverick hunters have yet to destroy all of Sigma's followers. Led by the information gained by Dr. Kane, Megaman X, and the rest of the hunters have tracked down the last of the Mavericks to an abandoned Reploid factory. They hope to wipe out the last of the resistance. Little do they suspect that the real war is about to begin. And then we get this cool little wireframe of Megaman X's head with, I think it's like mode 7 graphics, I think. So it's Megaman X2 versus the X Hunters. And I gotta say, I really do like this the sequence where X gets a weapon. You get that little, he's charging and he's going to shoot at you from the background. It's really cool. But we get Megaman X2. In Megaman X2, unlike Megaman X, I didn't get to play it until well into the PlayStation 2 era because of the Megaman X collection. This was a game that I could not... X2 and X3 are games I did not get to play until that. Well, because they were so hard. It was a PS2 era already. And, you know, this is a Super Nintendo game. But we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to be greeted to the opening level of Megaman X2 with Megaman X's best friend, the green biker dude. And together, they're going to infiltrate the... What the heck? No! Green biker dude! But Green biker dude did not survive the initial assault. So we're going to have to avenge him. Because the Green Biker dude took the place of Zero, and they already killed two of Megaman X's best friends, Zero and Green Biker dude. I'm sure that will never, ever, 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 ever come back up. No, really, it probably won't. But, so, this level, really simple. And unlike Megaman X1, you do have the dash already. So I guess whatever upgrade that Dr. Light gave X and his armor from X1, it's permanent because Megaman X forever and ever and ever will have that dash jump. So that's very nice. And so here, just be very careful because the walls here will close in. You don't want to get smashed in. You can destroy a little robot if you want, or you can just let it go about its merry way. And then we get these giant round robots that I'm sure will not be a boss. But jump down the hole, and we will fight our first boss, which is the giant. I always think that this thing always reminds me of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. Even though it's not white, it's more of a maroon purplish color. I'm not good with colors. But super easy, even though I'm about to take a hit right here. You just want to hit in the head. Its legs and its arms and its head will hurt you. As long as you can know that. You can move appropriately and avoid damage. But it's super easy, especially when you charge shot it. That's it. And it's destroyed. It's going to explode and pieces are going to go scattering all over the place. And unlike Megaman X1, there's not a boss right after. It's going to just destroy us like Vile did in X1. But that's it. This is their leader. His name is Megaman X. Hurry up. Those who underestimated him are now nothing but scrap. We won't make the same mistake. He is powerful, but he is blind to what's happening around him. Our Maverick hunters will keep him busy until we are ready. Yes. How's the play? I'm totally not making these voices go consistent. But these are the three baddies in the game that jumpstart the plot. And as you can see there, they got something sinister brewing in this game, involving X and potentially one of X's friend. Maybe the green biker dude will make a reappearance. But these are our 8 adjective animal robots. We got Wire Sponge, we got Moth, we got Flame Stag, we got Magna Centipede, we got Overdrive Ostrich, we got Bubble Crab, and Wheel Gator, and finally, Crystal Snail. So, I generally will go two different routes here. I'll either go with Overdrive Ostrich, well, not Overdrive Ostrich, sorry, Wheel Gator or Wire Sponge. Wire Sponge is typically the easier of the two. And speaking of Wire Sponge, let's go ahead and jump into his little bio here. Before I get in that, climb the wall to the left and go into a little hidden alcove there, and you'll get your first E-Tank. So, we want to go ahead and do that. So, go to the far left. What are you doing, Phil? Far left. What are you doing? I don't remember this. Oh, did I mess? Okay, none. Okay. So, Wire Sponge, aka the Little Demon of the Forest, or Little Forest Demon, was created in one of Sigma's maverick producing factories. An accident resulted in Wire Sponge having a personality disorder, causing him to be childish and easily amused, loved to dance, and violently play. He still had an impressive combat ability, so Sigma placed him in charge of the weather control center to use as his personal playground, where he found delight in passing time by playing with the weather system. So it sounds like he's a childly maverick. But jump here on the little platforms and get to this to that log right there and climb up to the top. You'll get an extra life here, but more importantly, we'll also get an E-Tank, or energy tank, but it's going to be empty, of course, so we got to fill that thing up. So we got all the good items in Wire Sponge's stage, and so now we could just play it like normal. And I guess one of the things I do like about going the way I'm going with Wire Sponge, I feel it minimizes. I could be wrong. There could be a more optimal way of going through the 8 Mavericks so you don't have to backtrack. But I feel like Wire Sponge's level, starting off with it, has the least amount of backtracking. And then also, you get a heart tank from the get-go. You get an energy tank. So you kind of get a good head start with starting the game. Whereas some of the other levels, you kind of don't have that luxury. You can't get stuff with just base X. But continue on here. And the rain here will push you back if you jump in the air. So make sure you're aware of that. When it's not raining, you kind of have free... You're a little bit more free to move and not have to worry about the wind pushing you back. So just be aware of that. Continue on here. We're almost at the end of the level. Didn't really talk too much about it because I was talking about Wire Sponge. But one thing I will say about Megaman X2's level, I feel like they're much more harder in my opinion. I feel. And that's not to say anything about Megaman X3 when we get to that game. But Megaman X2's levels, I feel, are a bit more harder than X1. And then also the Mavericks, I feel, are a bit more harder than X1. But we're about to fight Wire Sponge here with the regular X-Buster. So we're not going to have his weakness, but we're going to go ahead and destroy this sponge. Oh, and by the way, fun fact, my wife made total fun of Wire Sponge. Like, who the heck makes a sponge into a Maverick? I was like, well, honey, you never seen Spring Man from Megaman X7, have you? She's like, what? But I digress. So Wire Sponge, you can just attack with your X-Buster, and like Megaman X1, if you dash and you shoot a pellet, it will count for double damage. If you do it right after you dash, you use your shoot button. So that's nice. You can use that to your advantage. And he will latch onto the walls. He will latch at the ceiling, and he'll shoot little wires, or I guess vines. They will hurt you if they touch you. And then when you get into about half his health, he'll go into a desperation attack mode, where he'll get super mad and start turning red. And then he'll shoot lightning all over the place. Lightning does hurt, but if you've been doing relatively well, the lightning's not going to kill you. And he's invincible when he's doing this, so just make sure you're aware of that. And then go ahead and shoot him. Take him out. One more buster shot should take him out. Okay, I lied. What's the last one? Boop. And he's done. And one interesting thing about Wire Sponge is if you take him out with the Sonic Slicer, I think that's the name of Overdrive Ostrich's weapon, he will cut in half. He will be cut in half. So it's kind of a cool... It's not a nod because Mega Man 0 came out way after this, but it's kind of a cool idea that's where Mega Man 0 got the idea for cutting a boss in half from. But we'll get the Strike Chain. I forgot the name of the ability was, which is a very neat attack because you can latch onto walls and pull yourself towards them really quickly. It's very nice, especially in the next level we're going into, which is going to be Wheel Gator. And Wheel Gator I absolutely hate as a boss with the strike chain because how long it takes for you to beat Wheel Gator with his own weakness. But this is Wheel Gator, and Wheel Gator is the evil fanged heavy tank. Wheel Gator was an officer serving in the Maverick Hunter's 6th Naval Unit with Bubble Crab, though the two did not get along at all. Due to his ferocious nature, Gator once attacked a fellow hunter during a mission. If I was going to be labeled as a maverick, as a criminal, and be a maverick, labeled as a maverick. To satisfy his destructive impulses, he joined Sigma's Maverick army and was given control of a massive dinosaur model tank, which he tried to use to raise an entire city. And we're going to stop him. So, one thing about having the strike chain, and one thing I will warn you, if you're trying to get the arm part here, it might take a while, because as you can see here, you're supposed to dash jump, use the wire chain, get to the wall with that chain, and then get up here. Megaman X, welcome back. Enter this capsule. It's good to see you again, old chap. This enhancement will modify your X-Buster. With it, you will be able to charge energy in both arms at once. This enables you to shoot a double shot or charge any weapon. So, like Dr. Light said, this weapon will allow us to have red boxing gloves. So X is going to get red sock and boppers. And we will be able to charge up our energy and hold 2 shots. So the first one you have to shoot, the second one you can hold until you're ready, which is something I really like about this weapon. I really like this buster way more than the one in X1. So you can charge it all the way up to get 2 super charge shots, or you can charge it midway to get a medium charge shot, and then shoot the fully charged one afterwards. And something about the second charge shot is even the little blue things that revolve around the main shot, those also count for hits as well, as I found out playing this. So it's kind of neat. So it's kind of like a double hit charge shot, the second shot, if that makes sense. And then go down here at the right armor. These right armors look a whole lot more awesomer. It looks more awesome. Words are not my strong suit. I'm sure some of y'all know that by now. But we're going to have to backtrack here because there is a way to get the heart thing here without having the speed burner, but I'm not good at it. I tried doing it on a practice playthrough of it, and I was not able to do it consistently. Actually, I wasn't able to do it at all, but I'm going to go and stick with old reliable and wait till we get the speed burner. I'm going to come back here and get that. Be careful here with the spikes. You don't want to touch them because they are insta-death. And then follow this platform around. If you jump on it and hit the button again, it'll go the other way. So here, hit this button and you're going to go to the first doorway to the left. Do not go any higher or else you will not be able to go down. And you're going to die, just like how me right here. So I'm like, oh god. But let's just pretend that didn't happen. So continue to the left. Take out the little robots here. Those robots with the shields are going to be the more nuisance. Well, I guess them and the scorpion bots are going to be the more nuisance enemies. So go up here. There and go all the way around. I gotta say, Wheel Gator's music is one of my favorite tracks in this game. And Megaman X2 soundtrack is good, but it's nowhere near as good as Megaman X's soundtrack. But it's really catchy, some tracks, especially Crystal Snow and Wheel Gator's level. So take out all these dinosaur bots. Just remember, don't off-screen some of these enemies too hard, or else they will come back even after you kill them. And another interesting thing about Wheel Gator's level is the daytime will change if you let this level go on. Because there's a spot down here I used to, emphasis on used to, grind for energy. Which is actually going to be right here. I'm getting this energy capsule. So like right here with these 2 launch pads. This is where I used to grind way back in the day before I found out where Bubble Crab's little level gimmick with the Silk Shot, I believe it is, where you can grind your energy tanks ridiculously easy. But this is where I used to grind. But I'm going to go ahead and do that just to get some energy for my energy tanks. And then we're going to continue on, so let me just jump cut right there. And then we're going to go down, and we're going to be at Wheel Gator. And then Wheel Gator will probably take a minute or two to take out because his the way he's programmed to take hits is annoying as heck. I just don't like Wheel Gator. But one thing you could do, I didn't do it here and I should have. If you can alternate between your Buster and Strike Chain, you can whittle down his HP a lot faster than if you just straight up use the Strike Chain. Because every single time you use the Strike Chain, he will dive back into the oil. I'm going to say this is oil, not blood. In the oil. And then he will jump out, try to catch you in his jaw. And then he will jump back in the oil, shoot a spinning wheel. And then it will drop down. He will try to snare you in his jaw. And you see there, it takes a minute because he'll go back in the oil. He'll shoot a wheel. And then he will try to get you in his mouth. So, and a way to kind of speed this up, what you should do is use your Buster. Charge up your Buster to its highest charge and then let it rip with both those charge shots. And then quickly switch to your Strike Chain and then hit him. And then you have well than enough time to hit him with your Strike Chain. So you do a lot more damage as I demonstrated there. I do that right there, but I do it a lot more better in the rematch with Wheel Gator. So, and if he does grab you in his mouth, keep tapping buttons and tap directions and you'll come out. If you do it right, you only take 1 point of damage. You won't take very much damage. Like there, just keep tapping buttons, boop, and I only took 1 point of damage. So this doesn't hurt very much. So do that and switch to Strike Chain and then hit him. He'll dive back in the oil. And this is a lot faster than just straight up using the Strike Chain by itself, in my opinion. It's a lot more energy efficient too, because if you are low on Strike Chain for whatever reason, you can save a bit of Strike Chain ammo with this. And I don't know why I didn't just take advantage of my own advice there, but yeah, that's what we would call a Let's Play curse there, huh? No, Wheel Gator, let me go! Get off me! But with that is the end of Wheel Gator. He is going to get kabloomy, and then we will get his weapon. It's something wheel. Spinning wheel? Well, the game will let us know. But this will be the end of our second part. The second part of Megaman X series. But this will end of part 1 for Megaman X. Thank you, and later and bye.